All right, last video we got the microphone sensing volume, and we've got pixel 1 reacting to it. Now let's get all the pixels reacting to it, right? Let's actually make a show out of this. So instead of just setting the 1 pixel color, which is pixel 0, we have 24 pixels to play with, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start a for loop. And I'll explain how that works here. So for int a equals 0. So we're going to use a for a loop here. Okay, we're going to start it at 0. It's going to keep looping while a is less than LED. Let's see, is that underscore count? Yeah, it's underscore count. While a is less than LED underscore count. Okay, semicolon a plus plus, which means it's going to add 1 to a every time. So first loop, a equals 0. Okay, is 0 less than LED count? Yeah, we're good here. Then run it, and once it's done, it's going to add 1 to a. So now a equals 1. So less than 24, run it. A equals 2. Less than 24, run it. Keep running it, right? And so as it keeps running it, it's going to keep incrementing till it can no longer satisfy this condition, till it's no longer less than LED count, which is 24, right? So once it's not less than 24, it's going to leave the loop. Okay, so we have this starting brace here. I'm going to put spaces in front of these and then put an ending curly bracket. Okay. And instead of setting the pixel 0, I'm going to set pixel A now. So for every single pixel now will light up and dim based on that microphone input. Okay? So as I talk, for every neopixel we have, sets it to that value and then shows it. Oh, we don't need the show for every single one. That's a waste of processor here. Control X. There we go. Control V. So once it sets all those pixels, then we show it. Okay, that makes sense. We don't need to set a pixel and show it individually. We can set all 24 of them at once and then show that. Okay, let's upload that and start talking into it. See what happens. Hey, check. Hey, whoa, that's a lot of light. Hey, check. Now, let's say you don't like the logarithmic. You'd rather have it linear. You can always comment out those two right there, right? By putting 2 slashes in front. And now, hey, there it goes. So now as I'm talking, I can see a much bigger range, but it doesn't quite pop in brightness as much. But it's your choice, your preference. This is your project. Hey, this is your project here, so you can choose how bright it goes and how it reacts. Puh. Hey. Cool. Pretty cool so far, right? Okay. So now we're talking all these things. One more thing we can do is have it change colors as we're doing this. Okay. So to do that, we're going to have to look at our NeoPixel Uber guide again. Okay. We're going to scroll down to our color wheel. There it is. Okay. HSV, hue, saturation, value. Okay. The value is the brightness. Okay. Like how much of that color actually shows. The saturation is how much of the color is the actual color versus grayscale. So we're going from grayscale to color, okay? And the hue is the color itself. So hue starts at 0. As we keep adding to that hue, it keeps going up and up and up and up, right? So to get yellow, we need to do, let's see, 65536 divided by 6. So 65536 divided by 6 equals, so about 10,922. Okay? If we give it a value of 10,922, it's going to be yellow. If we give it a value of 21,000, it's going to be green, right? So we keep going. So it goes from red to yellow to green to blue, I guess. Huh. To green to light blue to dark blue to purple, back to red. What are we missing? Orange. Oh, orange is in here. Okay. So we might have to do something between this to get orange. So keep that in mind here, okay? So between 0 and 65536, we get red all the way back around to red. Okay? We get red to yellow to green to blue to purple to red. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is up top here, I'm going to create another integer called color. Int color. Okay? And every time it runs this loop, we're going to do color plus plus, which takes that color value and just adds 1 to it. Oh, it can't be an integer. It's got to be a word. And that's a little bit tough to explain, but I'll try to explain it to you real fast. Okay, let's go to arduino.cc. Okay. We're going to go to documentation and reference. The first part is all the Arduino commands, right? Like digital read, digital write. Like shows you how those work to analog read, the math, the absolute, min, max, all that stuff, right? How to do random colors, all sorts of fun stuff. Where's our serial? There it is, the serial commands, right? It shows us how to use all those. Next one is variables. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. I'm going to open up int. I'm going to open up word. Okay. An integer can be a value from negative 32,000 to positive 32,000, right? Now, we got an issue with that because if we go back to our HSV chart, it goes from 0 to 65,000, which an integer is not big enough to hold that value. But if we look at a word is. So word goes from 0 to 65535. And I know that's a little confusing because I said 36, but the 0 and the 36 are the same thing. Okay? Because it's a loop. It goes from 0, which is red, to 65536, which is almost red, which 65536 is back to fully red or back to 0. That's why it shows this right here. 0, 1, 2, all the way up to 65534, 65535, 0. Okay? So the cool thing is, because this is the maximum right here, if I were to add 1 to this, 65535 plus 1 is back to 0, which then 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, etc. But because it's only this big, right, that's the largest it can hold. If you add 1 to it, it's going to loop back around to 0. So let's keep that in mind. So we created a variable using a word instead of an integer called color. Okay? And we do color plus plus. Every time we loop this, we do color plus plus. So let's take a look at our Uber guide again and how to use it. Okay. So we need the color HSV needs hue, saturation, and value. Chances are we want full saturation. The value is going to be the microphone, right? That's going to be how bright it is. Okay. So let's take a look at. Oh, I guess I'll just show you myself how to use it. Okay. So we choose a pixel, right? Which is A, which goes through all the pixels. Okay. So pixel A, which thanks to this for loop, goes between all the pixels. Strip A or strip dot set pixel color, all them, comma strip dot capital C alert HSV. Whoops, HSV. There we go. I know I wrote it right because it turned orange. So we need the hue, which is color, a color value. We need the saturation, which is full saturation, and we need the value, which is mic. end the parentheses for color HSV. We got the end parentheses for the step.setPixel color, semicolon. Okay, I'm going to upload that. And if we do it right, oh, I guess I'll change it to my bench cam here. There we go. Hey, check. So it's turning yellowish, right, as I'm talking. It's turning yellow, and now it's going to green. It's going a little slow, though. Hey, and I'd like to change a little bit faster. So let's change that. Okay, so now it's at a greenish yellow. So what I'm going to do instead of color plus plus, I'm going to do color plus equals, 12. So every time it goes past this, it adds 12 to the color. Hit upload. And we should actually see some reaction time here. Hey. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now it's actually going through colors and changing. Hey, check. Check. Hey, there we go. Cool. So now what we can do is hardwire this. And I'll show you how to do that in the next video to actually make it an object or a product, I guess. Yeah, if you have any questions here, I can make videos explaining things. I can go over things a little bit deeper. I know this is a lot to go through, but I have seen some people take this on, but this is an advanced project. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.